I'm Bob Deutscher. I do freelance media, I guess. Photography, videography, graphic design, music production, you name it.
You didn't mention food. You're pretty heavily into food.
Yes, I am pretty heavily into food. I have a food blog as well called BS in the Kitchen. And also, I do a lot of food photography and a lot of stuff with Ayden Kitchen Bar, obviously. When I actually started my food blog, it was just as I was graduating university in 2010. And yeah, starting that, I did it as a way to get myself to cook more. And from there, it just kind of stemmed and branched into all sorts of other things that got me into what I'm doing now with photography and videography. And so it developed the love, not only for food, but for many other aspects now that I make a living out of.
Cool. Sounds like a good yes to me.
Yeah.
I met Dale last summer through a mutual friend, Dan Clapson, who's a food writer, and yeah, from there, I stopped by the restaurant, took some pictures of it during the build process, and went to a private dinner that they were hosting, and took some pictures there, and wasn't planning on hanging out after. Ended up hanging out after. They got me drunk, and it's been happily ever after since then. It's important to stay in front of the public eye, and given that there was a lot of hype surrounding Ayden prior to the opening, now it just is up to us to maintain it and constantly putting out different forms of media, whether it be video or photo. It's super important, and I don't think many other restaurants do it quite to the level that we do. I think for me it's about creating things. That's what drives me, and obviously that's what drives everybody at the restaurant as well. All the chefs and Cho, who's the general manager, but he's also a mixologist, so he's always creating new drinks and that sort of thing. And so to work with people who are passionate about creating new things that new great things, it's the biggest. It's a great inspiration to me. It doesn't have to be about video or photo or anything like that. It's just about that drive to create. Funny story. Given that I live with Nathan, I'm often asked to run errands. Pick up a few things for the restaurant and drop them off. And just recently, I was asked to pick up some clams, and so I made a quick trip to the grocery store to look for clams, and they were not labeled properly, and I was like, yeah, these don't really look like clams, but I've never actually bought clams before, and never actually cooked with clams myself, so I'm like, well, I'm just gonna buy these, and there wasn't really much of anything left anyways, so I bought them, and then I brought them to the restaurant, and Dale opens the bag, and he looks at them and he says, Bob, these are mussels. So I probably won't live that one down for a while. I'll just say the winter was, I was editing a hunting TV show, so I spent a lot of hours in my basement, and there's definitely weeks where, I just didn't leave my house. So it doesn't happen as often as it should. It does now, but it wasn't.
Thanks, Bob.
I want to thank you guys for allowing the collaboration to happen.
Love you, Bobby.
All right. I think that's all I got.
Anything else there?
I think that's enough for a video.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. I'll go in late.
Hey, it's Ayden.
Oh my God! Hashtag Ayden the Human Boy.
Ayden the Human Boy. AJ Films.
Cool.
Awesome. What a nice surprise.
Yeah.